Hey everyone, Burton is back in Tamriel, and the Elder Kings mod, as you all know by now, has finally been updated, and it's been updated so very well. Hopefully you've all had the chance to download it and give it a go for yourself, but let's continue on with our story, which happens in the frozen north of Skyrim, where a kingdom lies in the north of Winterhold. Everybody, meet the king in the north, King Grom of Winterhold. Grom Cruelty, that is I. So last time we got ourselves a little bit familiar with how this game was actually going to go ahead and play through. Now, a few things have come to our attention, so to speak. Number one, we're going to have a prestige problem. We are growing it naturally 1.74 per month, and we're going to need prestige if we're going to go ahead and say, for example, we wanted to attack here. We could do tributary anytime to try and force them to pay 40% of their monthly income to ourselves, but we don't want this. We want to start doing some conquests. So as you can see, if we try that, 150 prestige is the goal for any form of conquest, so that's what we need to be doing. We also need to be going ahead and getting ourselves some actual alliances. We already have 3, which are very good. I'm very happy with them. But we've got 2 sisters and no son. We need to get ourselves a son. So right now I'm going to leave Eriku, who is 15 years old. She's going to remain unmarried because she is our heir. So we might have to do a matronale. We don't know yet. But Thena could do with having someone. So before we do this, I want you to know what I'm like. I'm zealous. I'm a patient man who's ambitious and diligent. And I'm a follower of Zenithar. So I'm very religious. I want someone right for my sister. So we're going to start by having a look in the kingdoms that border our areas. So we've got Eastmarch, probably someone we should be worried about. But let's have a look who we've got. So it's Queen Freydis of Eastmarch. She's 56 years old. Her heir is actually married. He actually has a son now, so that might be something to have a look at. Morgan Flamehair. I kind of want something more immediate. She does have another son, Torbjorn. Torbjorn's not married, but Torbjorn, if you have a look at him, he's a twin. He's also a tyrant and greedy and proud. I don't like having someone who's, to be honest, quite frankly, they're sinful. So I think he's going to be off the cards, so we're going to have to say no to Eastmarch. Then we've got the Rift. If you're familiar with a certain other series with Vujo, you should know all about the Rift. But we know that the king is not married. He's 56 years old, so if we did go ahead and marry my sister to him, it's not going to be an extremely long alliance. The son, already married, so that's somewhere we're not going to go with that. So that brings us to Winterrun. Winterrun looks okay. They've got a son. He's the heir. He's not married. Let's have a look at him. He's a Nord. He's also humble as well. All nice. So you can imagine my dismay when I just realised that the name of the family is God-Hater. So we are not going to go ahead and marry into God-Hater. We're zealous. Zenithar, that's who we follow. I'm not going to have any God-Haters. What I think we're going to do is have a look at the alliances we've got and see if we can strengthen any of them just in case. So we've got Frostcrag, which is this area here. Frostcrag's actually quite good. The leader is not married. He's 50 though. His first son, Ragnar. Oh, Ragnar's not married. Let's have a look at this then. He's a diplomat, Nord. Oh, he's from the companion's bloodline, a raider. Paranoid, deceitful, humble, and kind. So he's kind of half what we're looking for. Who's that other alliance with? Haroon. Where are you? Alright, so you're just next door. So let's see what we're dealing with there. So we've actually got someone straight away who's not married. He's a Jarl. As opposed to... yeah, they'll both be Jarls. Let's have a look. Paranoid, deceitful... what? Hang on. I am just being stupid. Well, I think that solved it. This man actually has quite a bit of power. It's the same bloke. Right, we'll go ahead and we'll do that. He does have some good traits. He's humble and kind. He is paranoid, a little bit deceitful, but you know what? We can work with that. He's from the companion's bloodline, so in case you don't know, the 500 companions were the original Atmoran warriors that sailed from the frozen land to visit the swift, bloody vengeance upon the Falmer for the Night of Tears. When a group of snow elves massacred a fledgling Atamorian settlement in Skyrim, Yazgramar led the 500 companions and eventually established Skyrim. Shame on anyone who does not know this tale. So as he's of the blood, I think we'll go ahead and we'll offer that betrothal. You better accept. So Athena, yes. Okay. So that solidifies these things to the south. Let's see what we can do then. So let's have a look at some building options, because you know what, one of the things I love is look at the sheer amount of building options. So not only do we have the option to go ahead and have a look at technologies, but we've got a... Oh, you know what, I'm spoilt for choice. I wish I had more money. So we've got shrines. Oh, they've accepted, brilliant. So we've got shrines which obviously increase morales of armies, bathrooms, yeah, tavern rooms. So we've got a lot of things that improve land organisation. But what I think we might do... Oh, heavy infantry in a mead hall. Mead hall looks okay, but I think we're going to go for a small bowyer. Because I like the idea of this, unless we've got anything else. We could go archery range, it gives us 50. That's almost 200. No, we'll go for a small bowyer. I'll take that. Get ourselves an additional 25. Yeah, so things are looking okay. In the meantime, I think we're going to try and... everyone's actually already off doing stuff. So let's improve diplomatic relations. And I want to improve diplomatic relations with our nearest neighbour. So with old Queen Freydis. I mean, we're already not on bad terms. Our diplomacy is not too bad. But if I can increase this, I am all the happier. So we need to try and find a way to increase our prestige, and hopefully one of these smaller nations might all of a sudden get ahead of themselves. Yeah, we can't do that. Cavonians. Let's have a look at you. Here we go, we've got ourselves an option. He's become a warlord. As you can see by there, lovely little symbol. So I think we're going to try and overthrow him. Now this is going to get us prestige, but we're going to have that fairly quick on this one. So let's... raise that. Let's see who we're up against. He's humble, craven, gluttonous, and trusting. Yeah, I think that... I don't think we're going to need help of our allies. I think we can deal with us ourselves. So let's get everyone together where they need to be. And we're going to probably try and take this as quickly as we can. Because if we dally too much on this, the war always has the option of ending inconclusively. Which, as we all know, is bloody horrible. So we're not going to do that. We're going to just storm straight in. Pretty much as quick as we can and take care of business. Now hopefully as a result of that we'll get the prestige that we require. And then you never know, maybe after we settle things down a bit, we might decide then to go ahead and maybe go on a pilgrimage and see what's what. But for now, that's where we're at. They've got 800 men, so I think we're going to try and defeat them first. A young artist is working on what is clearly a divinely inspired icon depicting Paulino Whitestrake the Crusader. He needs sponsorship to finish it. How much? Oh, 4. That's alright. I'll pay that. Don't you worry. Okay, so we've got 1,300 men. I think that's going to be enough for us to start moving in. I think I'm going to lead this. As foolish as that sounds, Hiroki, you can be on my side. We do have some other people coming in behind us as reinforcements. But like I say, I want this done sooner rather than later. So let's get to work. So as you can see, we're kind of going into forest area, so if we engage them there, we're actually going to lose a little bit of the advantage, but we should have more than enough numbers to take care of it. And we'll find out exactly what we're up against in a moment. So as the battle starts, you can see quite clearly that we have more battle mages than they do. That's very good. In fact, we have more than everything than they do. That's what's going to happen when we choose to fight as the attacker in a forest. But as you can see here, we are actually pressing. Our tactics are going to plan, and I'm actually very happy with how this is going. I don't think it was ever going to be a surprise that we were going to go ahead and win this. So we've done what we chose to do, and that was obviously calculated in this. So I'm going to send 800 up here. I'm not going to worry too much about this army. I just want to take the land, I want to capture his family, I want to get this to 100% as quickly as we can. Ideally, if we could split that in half again, send 460 to Shearpoint, that should be enough to take care of everything, I think. Depends how many of his men survived and whether he's managed to get himself any reinforcements, but we'll take it one tiny cold step at a time. So after we've done this, we're going to have a look around, we're going to keep our eye on certain characters, and we're going to start planning, because hopefully we'll have some prestige to actually use moving forward. So they've got 109 of them, they're already running, we've done that, so we're besieging all 3 settlements. Let's combine these 2 together. So he's actually still moving about. If he's got any sense, he'll stay out of my lands, but you never know, he'll probably head up to Fellhammer or something. Oh, you've become an obnoxious diplomat, sister. Okay, well, let's hope I've got a son on the way soon or something, just so I can get rid of her out of my court. Mind you, she says she's obnoxious, but she's actually quite shy. Oh, there we go. Yes, there we go. She's the sort of person I would send off on diplomatic missions simply to get rid of her. Yes. So we've gone ahead and we've done that. We'll send you guys actually over to try and take care of the remnants of the army. Oh, they're legging it. It looks like they are going deeper into Winterhold territory. They're going to Valtham. So we'll try and meet them there. So they've got 339 defenders in Covanyant and in Sheerpoint 316, so both of them are going to take equally at the same time. Meanwhile, these guys are trying to circumnavigate me. Have we gone ahead and just broken up the siege? Bloody hell we have. Damn it. There we go, that's a bit better. So Covanyant is going to fall first. Oh, they've managed to get rid of us. After giving my advice on a delicate matter, the courtier asked me to accept a small gift. Yes, I would take a small gift. However, where are they heading? They're going to Felgor. We're not going to fall into that trap. We're going to guard the place we've just taken. Yeah, they've stopped. That's fine. There we go. We're at 100% now. Rather than drag this out, let's go ahead and offer it. Yes, it's totally beaten. The war against the tyranny of Prince Thorkild of Eastmarch has ended. King Grom, the king of the north of Winterhold, has gone ahead and won. I like the sound of that. Everyone, time to return home. As we always knew, we weren't going to get any lands from this. We've simply overthrown the warlord, and now the sun is in charge. That'll do for now. Let's give us the prestige that we need, so while we're getting everyone home, we can actually start following some people. So let's go ahead. We'll keep our eye on Queen Freydis. We'll keep our eye on King Sovar the Red. And the King in Rift, why not? Who's actually leading in Greywinter? So we've got a Thane in Greywinter. You say no to vassalization, but something to keep an eye on. I think we'll have a look at the people in Solitude as well. Kings of Art. And we're pretty much going to ignore Morrowind over here. Don't worry, we ain't going anywhere near Morrowind. We're just keeping an eye, you know, close by. So we've got Bleakwind, King Bleakwind. Like his sigil, nice. I think that's enough for us to actually keep an eye on there. So what do you think? Should we go on a pilgrimage? Let's have a look. So I've started to prepare myself for going on a pilgrimage to High Hrothgar. Or Hrothgar, there we go. Soon you will humble yourself and travel in a group with others to fulfill the Greybeard pilgrimage. So each step of this, well not each of the 7,000, but each part of this, we are going to gain ourselves favour, which as you know is replaced piety. We're not going to make it all the way to the top of the mountain, so let's not deceive ourselves now. We're zealous, but I don't think we are necessarily chosen ones. So after days of travelling on a small carriage with my pilgrim entourage, I finally arrived at Everstead. As I looked to High Hrothgar, I am humbled and realised how accurate the nickname throw to the world is. The inhabitants of Everstead warn me about snowstorms, wolves, bears and all kinds of disasters that could happen on the way. So we can either choose to stop here, or we could go onwards. Of course we're going to go onwards. It's a fine day when you're around, but I've been appointed as your regent, and just so you know, I'm ruthless and dishonourable. Shit. We should have picked ourselves a better regent before that one, but hey. How are we supposed to know these things? I will disband. After a small trip, I reached the first emblem. Before the birth of men, the dragons ruled all Mundus. Their words was the voice, and they spoke only for the true needs, for the voice could blot out the sky and flood the land. Will I go up, or will I end the pilgrimage here? Onwards, people, onwards, up the mountain. Which is there, in case you're wondering, that's where I am. After climbing more steps, I see the second emblem. Men were born and spread over the face of Mundus. The dragons presided over the crawling masses. Men were weak then and had no voice. Will I go up or end the pilgrimage here? So if I was to end it, I would gain myself 20 favour. And it might be actually wise if we start thinking about ending it sooner rather than later, because we're going to get kicked off this mountain, and if we do, we are going to lose favour. I'm going to try for one more step though. So our men are returning home now. Won't be long now. Oh! After a good night of sleep, I reached the third emblem. The fledgling spirit of men were strong in all times, unafraid to war with dragons and their voices. But the dragons only shouted them down and broke their hearts. Do I continue or not? So either I know a better way around, I can go onwards, or I heard there were bandits around here. I think we might just go onwards. Yeah, we're just going to go straight onwards. I'm not going to take any tricks. No, onwards we go. Oh, as you finally get in the snowy parts of the mountain, you see the fourth emblem. Kind calls on Parthenax, who pitied man. Together they taught men to use the voice. Then dragon war raged, dragon against tongue. Will we go up, or will we end the pilgrimage here? Ugh, you know what? There could be a snowstorm ahead. There could be. Shall we go home? Oh, but then again, we're so close. We're so close. And this is a pilgrimage, and I think I'm patient and ambitious. I'm brave enough to see it. Oh, I'm diligent. I am ambitious. We're going to go ahead. God have mercy on our soul. Go on, Zenithar, back us up. It's funny, by the time I've managed to climb a mountain, my men have just about got home. As the mountain gets more and more snowy, I reach the fifth emblem. Man prevailed, shouting Alduin out of the world, proving for all that their voice was too strong, although the sacrifice were manyfold. Is that a wolf's den right there? So we can get ourselves 50 favour and we can call it quits. Or we could go for one more. It's horrible. It's a gamble. But you know what? I believe. Yes. Onwards. And my men are finally returning home to Fellhammer. Oh, what's happened now? So after bypassing an obvious wolf's den, I see the sixth emblem. With roaring tongues, the Sky Children conquer, found in the First Empire, with sword and voiced, whilst the dragons withdrew from the world. To continue or not to continue. We all know how long this is going to take. I think this is possibly the only time that King Grom will do this in his life. If only you were pregnant. That's my only worry. Yes. All the men have returned home, finally. Right, let's disband you. We're looking at some quite important people. Okay. I just want to make sure we're organised with everything else. So we've got a couple of known plots. It looks like a couple of people working against Bisidend of Winterhold. He's actually my spy master and my regent. That's I don't know what to do about that. You know what? If he's worthy, which I don't think he is because he's dishonourable and ruthless, I think we could go ahead and actually tell him to earn his position. Yes, I'll favour those who earn it. You can take care of the plots yourself, but, you know, do it wisely, sir. Do it wisely. So let us continue onwards. I'm going to keep an eye out for anything we can get around here as well. After greeting a group of old senile men coming down the mountain, I reach the seventh emblem. The tongues at Red Mountain went went away humbled. Jürgen Winterhold began his 7-year meditation to understand how strong voices could fail. Well, I don't want to be on here for 7 years. We're persistent. We are patient. I don't think I'm 7 years worth of patient. I know a better way around. You know what? We're gonna plow through this, people. King Grom believe in it, people. So while I'm journeying up a mountain, let's have a look what we got. We can get de jure claims in a couple of places. Unfortunately, I don't think we're strong enough right now. I don't want to be on the bad side of Windhelm at the moment. We are working our way into the favour of the Queen. Solitude would be something to have a look at because there is Highgate. But in all honesty, I think we're probably more likely to go for somewhere in Morthal. We've got Ustengrav. I think they would probably be a good target for us to have a look at. But we're not going to do anything like that until we're back from a pilgrimage. Now, how high we climb on this mountain, who the hell knows? All we can do is believe in the choices that we've made and believe in our gods. That's it for the episode, guys. Thank you very much for sticking with the series. You know what to do. That's raise those thumbs. Cheers.